Hi everybody, today we're going to be doing a review and some testing on this Big Blue 28 watt solar charger. The idea behind this solar charger is not to charge anything directly. I'm not going to plug my cell phone or laptop or anything like that directly into this, but I'm going to plug in a battery bank. I will charge the battery bank while I'm out hunting. Then when I get back during the evening, I'll have a fully charged battery pack, and I can plug that into my devices. The battery pack will probably be a little bit more stable and will probably be a little bit more reliable and won't blow up any of my batteries or ruin them. I opted for the 3 USB port model. You can see here, Big Blue 28 watt. We've got some nice fun diagrams of how well it'll charge in what conditions, and we're about to find out what those diagrams actually mean in real life. So you see here, this is the B401. Like I said, I went for the 3 USB output model. I thought that this one had the digital amp meter. If you guys have been looking at these, doing your research, you know that they do make one that comes with one. This isn't it, unfortunately. I got a little mixed up when I was looking at these. I thought it did. So we're still going to continue and do our testing and do more real world applications anyways. Realistically, I probably couldn't do the math to determine what the amp meter was putting out, how long that should take, and that's going to vary anyways. So we're just going to try real world, real life scenarios and just see how long it takes to charge these things. So I get this stretched out here, and you can see, got it laid out on my grill. We've got four solar panels here, and they're quite large. And then I already have the carabiners attached to it. So inside of this pouch here, you can see that it came with a USB cable already. You can see in here, maybe, yeah, the three USB ports. They're rated at 2.4 amps max per. Even got a little red light on, so apparently I'm making power. Not doing anything with it because this doesn't have a battery built into it, as you can see. You probably already know that anyways if you've been researching these. So we'll get this set up. This one is actually a 10,000 milliamp. So this one's quite a bit larger capacity. It also has its own solar panel built in, but honestly, these things, they just take eternity to charge something this size. So obviously, when you can compare, you know, this is the size of an iPhone X or 10, whatever you want to call it, and you can see, you know, this is significantly larger, so you're going to get a lot more charge out of this. And I've got 4 of these instead of just one of these. So we've got this plugged up, and you can kind of see, I think you can kind of see, we've got one little light on there. So this one's going to be a little bit different. It doesn't actually have a percentage. We're just kind of going to go off of the lights here and when it's roughly charged. But at 10,000 milliamps, this one here should charge this GoPro battery, which is about a 1200 milliamp. Probably get about 8 or 9 charges out of this. This is the one I took last year. I charged it at home. I took it with me, and it lasted all week, almost all week. Towards the end, we did hit the charge station. A little of that was because I was low on juice, and a little of that was because I was low on energy personally. It had been a long week. So if I can recharge this during the week, I should be good to go for the whole week just on this one. We've had to wait till the next day. We were fighting some weather. Kept raining on and off. Actually, I had this out here while it was raining a little bit, and the panels were pretty wet, and this outside sheet was actually quite wet. But even just laying here like this, of course I was concerned with water getting into these USBs, because they're obviously not waterproof or water resistant in any way, shape, or form. So I was actually really concerned, but I didn't really notice it before, and it's gonna be hard to tell. It's like a rubber coating on the inside of this. So even though this part was actually quite wet, there was no water inside here. Now I still don't have a lot of faith in this little Velcro. You can see there's a lot of gaps, but it gives me a little bit more faith that we may be able to maybe just position this hanging down or something of that nature and keep the water out of this while still using the solar panels. I've actually had to wait been 2 days now. We've been dealing with a lot of rain. Yesterday it just rained, misted pretty much all day, and as I've said, you know, I'm a bit worried about this pouch. Even though it did rain on it a little bit and it didn't get through, you know, I just worry about it getting into here. I know on the island I'm not going to have much of an option. You know, if I'm out and this thing's hanging, it's probably going to end up getting wet in some fashion. But you know, I'll risk it while I'm there. There's no sense in necessarily risking it that much during testing. So anyways, I will be really honest with you guys. Today is, boy, it is a solar charging day. Holy cow. So needless to say, this will probably be the best this will get. All right, everybody, it's just after noon right now. It's been 2 hours since we've plugged this in. As you can see, I suppose we got a couple clouds, but holy cow, the sun is still beating down, which is ideal conditions for this charger. So let's take this out real quick. And you can see I'm really having a hard time getting this battery bank in there and even getting this closed, because where they put this USB plug in, I really don't like that. But let's take a look here. Let's see if we can see where we're at. So looks like that second light is blinking, and the light blinks when it's charging, so it's not fully halfway, but probably pretty darn close. We'll give it another 2 hours, and I have a sneaking suspicion that last light will probably be blinking for us, so we'll be almost fully charged. All right, I was a little bit delayed, had some work stuff to do. It's actually been 3 hours now, and as you can see, we've had some clouds roll in. It's been like this for about the last hour or so. Started to cloud up a little bit. It's supposed to be partly cloudy today, so you know, that's good. I'm okay with that. It's more realistic certainly than that ridiculously bright sunshine that we would never have when you actually want it. So we're going to check this battery here and see where we're at. Hopefully we can see this here. Looks like that last light is blinking. Now what I don't know is whether or not that last light will actually go solid when it's fully charged, but needless to say, we're pretty darn close. So we've had this on the charge for about 5 hours, which is about right. It should be pretty darn close to fully charged, and I think realistically this is a pretty good setup. I'm actually just going to go ahead and unplug this. I think I'm pretty happy with the performance here. I still really don't like the USB ports on this, the pouch. I'm not a huge fan of this setup here, so I really do need to figure out something to do with that to try to make it a little bit better, especially a little bit more weather resistant. But that might actually just be something that I have to figure out once I'm there, because of course it's going to depend on where we have it mounted and hanging, things like that. So, but you know, for something that's this small, something that's this small and that thin, this will just easily slip into any pouch on either my day bag or my actual backpack itself. And again, I'm just looking to get this thing fully charged throughout a week, realistically. So this is performing pretty well. I'm pretty happy with it. This seems like this is going to be a go to the island with me. Okay, what we'd like to do now, I have two of these battery packs. They're exactly the same. They're both 4,000 milliamps. One's darker gray than the other, but that makes no difference. These are smaller than what I would like to take to the island, but the nice thing with these is they have digital readouts on them, which I don't know if you actually can see it. It's pretty bright out here, but currently they are both at 0, double zeros. These things are dead as a doornail. So we're going to get these plugged up and we will see how long these take to charge. I did a test run with just one of them, and it takes about 3 hours, 4 hours to charge one of these fully. And when I did the math, it was putting out about 2,000 milliamps per hour. So what I like to see is, that was using one USB port, of course. So now I want to plug them both in and see how much power this thing's really making, and see if I can charge two devices at the same time, and if we'll end up with the same amount of time at the end of it. And if we end up with the same amount of power at the end of it, then I know that we have enough power to charge both two different devices at the same time and just be able to capture all of the energy that this can make. So I'll get it hooked up. We'll come back and we'll check on our progress in about an hour. All right, everybody, it's been about an hour here. We'll pull these out. We'll take a look here, get them set up. As you can see here, hopefully you can see it. This one is reading 36%. We'll go over here. This one's reading 40%. So that's actually pretty similar for each. Like I said, they were both dead when we started. That's about 1,600 milliamps in the hour it's been out here. So that's on par for what we were testing before, when we were just doing one of these, and one USB was around 2,000. So maybe just a little bit of a reduction, but that's still pretty good progress. So we'll give it about another hour and we'll see where we're at here. All right, everybody, we're back. It's been about 2 hours, actually. Sorry, I got carried away. Had to go drop some kids off. Anyways, we'll pull these out here and we'll take a look. Again, side by side, plugged into two different USB ports on this, and let's see, this is reading 75% and 79%. So yeah, those are both really close. So we've been at a total 3 hours now, and they're almost completely charged. That's not too shabby. So it looks pretty promising for being able to charge off of both devices and not have to stagger them or wait an extra period of time to be able to get these charged. So yeah, we're looking pretty good with these. I'm pretty happy with those results. All right, we're back. Been another hour. Pull these out. You're gonna see. I don't know if you can see that there. 94 and 97. So we'll call that pretty well good. Like I said, these are 4,000 milliamp batteries. It's been about 4 hours. It's 1,000 milliamps per hour. For now, that's where we're going to cut this off. I think it's well worth taking this with me to the island to try and provide some power. So I'm sure you'll be seeing this make a comeback in November when we're on the island, and we'll see how it actually does there. Maybe we'll do a follow-up here in November when we're actually using it. So for now, I like it. I would say it works very well.